Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. I'm Joseph and I'm here today with Draco. We are so excited because we have Terraforming Mars Turmoil on the table. And yeah, from Fricks Games and Stronghold Games. And it arrived from Kickstarter basically. Today it was backer and yeah, I'm so excited because I didn't expect to get this so soon. I thought maybe this week, maybe next week, but yeah, here it is. And of course, we just want to dive into it and see what it's all about. Now, I have tried the prototype and I have, the Kickstarter page had a lot of information as well. So I do know some things here, but not all of them. So let's see, 2 card packs right here, some rules, kind of a lot of rules basically for the expansion. I think this, the other expansion didn't have that much. So here we have the Parliament board. So the Parliament board is where we're going to send our delegates out here. These little guys, I think, the plastic. I think they were in player colors. Yep, and we also have some neutral guys in gray. So these are the delegates that we will send out here on the board. Let me open one of these. And yeah, these look nice. So we can, back a party basically. We can become the leader of the party, and we can become the chairman, which all have their benefits as well. So, yeah, we have 6 parties here. This is so cool. So we have the Mars First, the Scientist, Unity, the Greens, the Reds, and the Kelvinists. And the Kelvinists like heat basically. The Reds, they don't want you to terraform Mars because they want to keep Mars red. While the green guys, they like, greeneries and so on. Not really sure. Unity seems to be sort of a, like a unity between, Venus, Earth, and Jovian. Scientists like science, obviously. Mars First kind of seems to like to build a lot. So, yeah, that's so cool. And also, here's the tiles. So, this is like their policies. So, yeah, I don't really know exactly how this works, but been a while since I tried the prototype. But whatever party is sort of in control, whatever it's called, gets to have their policy active. So like if Unity is active, if they are up here, have their policy, they have the control of the parliament, then you will get every titanium will be worth +1. If the Greens or then you will get 4 mega credits every time you place a greenery. So they all have these. Oh yeah, here's the red ones. And since they don't like you to terraform every time you do raise terraform rating, which is when you affect anything on Mars, right? Then you have to pay 3 mega credits to do that during that generation that they are active. So there's a lot of tactics involved here to sort of have send your delegates in here and affect it so that it will benefit you and your strategy that you are doing in that game. Then we have, here's the event board. So the event board is where we will have events, distant, coming, and current. So we can see when events are coming, so it's not a surprise, which is nice. You can prepare for them because I think most of them are kind of bad, or at least some of them are really nasty, I know. So, and here's also the new sort of turn structure here where we do TR revision. All players lose 1 TR. That's insane. You're gonna lose TR every round, every generation. And then the global event, perform the current global event, the one that's here, and taking influence into account. So by being in the parliament, having your delegates there and so on, you can sort of get influence, which means that you will get less. You can lower the effect of the event happening. So new government, the dominant party, that's how it's called, becomes ruling. And then you change the policy tile. You do the ruling bonus. I think that's these things. So like you get 1 mega credit per tag you have here. Plant, microbes, animals. I think that's the bonus there. Then you have the dominant party leader becomes chairman, earning 1 TR. So basically everybody loses 1 TR except for the one that gets the chairman post in that generation. Move the old chairman and all other delegates from the dominant party to the reserves and shift dominance and restore lobby. And then you will also have this changing time. So you will move the event that was here will move and you will get a new one here so you see what's coming in the future. So yeah, let's take a look at those events while we're at it because those are really cool. So let's open this up and yeah, some stronghold card, new corpse. Wow, you know what that means. New solo playthrough is coming, of course. And new cards. But okay, so the events here, there's a bunch of them, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but like this democratic reform, when this happens, when this triggers, let's see, first player places an ocean tile, and you get 1 plant and 1 steel per influence. Okay, so this is just a positive thing here. You actually get stuff for your influence. But I know that there's like, let's see if we can find some. Oh, this is kind of nasty. So eco sabotage, and they all have like a flavor text as well, which is really cool. It's like a little lore basically. Like this one, we hate to be the doomsayers again, but we fear that these biological experiments, as profitable as they may be, will generate animosity towards the terraforming effort. So they're doing a sabotage, and that means that when this hits, when it comes all the way, you're gonna see that this is coming, right? So you know that you can plan for not having too many plants, because when this hits, then you will lose all plants except 3 plus influence. That's the interesting thing. So if you have influence in the parliament, you can keep more than 3 plants. So yeah, really cool. Let's see here. We have this one is nasty as well. Lose all heat. Lose 2 mega credit for each building tag, max 5, then reduced by influence. So if you have influence, this will not hit you that hard, but you still lose all heat. I mean, that's terrible. Heat first policy. And I think there's some war going on as well. I recall from playing the prototype, we had something like that. There's so many of these. I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot of replayability in this as well, right? Because of all these things. Here's War on Earth. So reduce TR 4 steps. Each influence prevents 1 step. So if you have like 2 influence, then you just lose 2 TR, which is still terrible. I mean, that's so interesting. I really like that. And now here's something that I think a lot of people are excited for, including me. Oh, there's a little cube as well. And that is the new player boards. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, a lot of people have been whining about this, and I mean, I can understand it to some degree, because you know the old player boards, if you bump them, then everything slides around. Now it's layered, so it's not going to happen. And not only that, because I mean many games have layered boards, but these are really cool because they also made these tracks. It's a really smart design, so it goes up and down, so the cubes don't slide around. And you also have now spots here for 10. So if you have like 15 mega credit production, you put 1 cube here and 1 cube there. The same goes for these. It's not that often you get like over 20 steel production, but anyhow, you could. I mean, money always ends up someone having a lot of that. And energy, heat, yeah. It's so nice. I mean, even have the little, so they can slide here. Wow, I really like this. And it's good cardboard, solid, stable on the table. Yeah, wow, I like that. That is so cool. That is so cool. Oh, I can't wait to play this. It's gonna be awesome. All right, so then let's see, what else is there? Of course, there is new cards here as well. So we have some, green cards here with the aerial lenses. And the interesting thing here is that this one has a requirement, and a bunch of these have that. So this one has for the Kelvinists. So to play this requires that Kelvinists are ruling, or that you have 2 delegates there. And then you remove 2 plants from someone and increase your heat production 2 steps. It's a -1 point. But yeah, that's a cool new requirement. The next one here, ban delegate, requires that you are the chairman. And then you can remove any non-leader delegates. You can kick someone out of the parliament. That's really cool. The culture of metropolis, this is the same thing again here, requires that unity is ruling, or that you have 2 delegates there. So there's a lot of things, involving of course, the parliament. And I think these cards are fairly strong as well. This gives you 1 mega credit for each Jovian tag in play, but of course, the reds has to be ruling, or you have to have 2 delegates there. Event analysis has an effect. You have influence plus 1 all the time. That's really good. I mean, considering all these events happening and all that, having that influence. GMO contract. Each time you play a plant, animal, or microbe tag, including this, gain 2 mega credits. That's cool. Martian Media Center. Pay 3 mega credits to add a delegate to any party. That's good. And you get 2 production as well. Parliament Hall requires that Mars first is ruling, or that you have 2 delegates, and you get 1 money production for every 3 building tags you have. So I mean, it goes in line with Mars first. We want to have a lot of building tags. PR office, public celebrations, 2 points, requires that you are the chairman. Recruitment, exchange 1 neutral non-leader delegate with 1 of your own from the reserve. Because there's neutral as well. And you will see how all this works when I make a playthrough soon. So that's coming as well, of course. Red tourism wave requires that Reds are ruling that you have 2 delegates. Gain 1 mega credit for each empty area adjacent to your tiles. That is really cool. I mean, especially in the beginning of the game, you can have a bunch of empty areas. Oh, cool. Sponsored Mohole. Supported research. Draw 2 cards. Wildlife Dome. Place a greenery. We have Vote of No Confidence. Okay, let's see. It requires that you have a party leader in any party and that the sitting chairman is neutral. Yeah, so the neutral, can be chairman as well. Remove the neutral chairman and move your own delegate from the reserve there instead and gain 1 TR. This is really cool. You can become the chairman that way. Oh, here's some play rates as well. So, you can have these out so you know what all the bonuses and policies for the parties. Yeah, wow. This is so cool. And it's not all, because we still have this to open. And here's some more cards. I'm guessing now that these are the, I don't know what they call them, like bonus cards. It wasn't stretch gold, they didn't call it stretch golds, but like extra cards. Oh yeah, because these are, here's the promo corps. So we have, let's go through all the corps after we do this. Here's some new events as well. I'll just add them to that stack. And new cards here are Dusk Laser Mining. Let's see, it requires 2 science tags. Decreasing energy or gaining 4 titanium and a titanium production. Use a card action that has already been used this generation. That is really cool. And it's a free card. Energy market, you can spend 2 money to gain... Oh, you can spend to gain X energy. So you can buy energy. Or you can decrease your energy production to gain 8 credits. That's really good. I mean, this is a really good card here. High-tech lab. Spend any amount of energy to draw the same number of cards. Take 1 into hand and discard the rest. Okay, so you can go digging in the stack. Interplanetary trade. Increase your money production 1 step per different tag you have in play. That's cool. And here's a steal card. Minus points, but steal 3. Let's see. Steal 3 mega credit from a player that removed your resources or decreased your production this generation. Oh, place this card face down in that player's event pile. That is so cool. Yeah, there's a circle around the oh, that is really cool. Wow, that's good. It's like a lawsuit. You can get back at someone that just stole from you. And here's, oh, wow. Your titanium resources are worth 1 mega credit extra. So to get this one, together with whatever that corporation is that I forgot right now, and the advanced alloys, you can have titanium worth 6. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And we have gain 1 mega credit per science tag you have as an action. That's pretty cool. You just keep doing this. But you do lose 2 production there. This gives you, requires that you have 2 party leaders, gain 1 TR. And here's steel. Steel being worth more. Really nice. And Saturn Surfing. Spend 1 floater from here to gain 1 mega credit for each floater here, including the paid floater. What's the paid floater? Oh, yeah, the one you just added. Yeah. Add 1 floater here for every Earth tag you have, including this. And finally, Stanford Taurus. Place a city tile in space, outside and separate from the planet. Okay, so it's going to float out there. That's cool as well. So, bunch of... together, this is a bunch of new cards here, right? Yeah, that's so good. So we have this little thingy here. I'm not really sure, but I think this is changing the milestone where you have to get to 35 TR. It changes it into 26 because now it's going to be harder to get up on the TR because you're losing a TR every generation. So anyway, corporations. Factorum. I think I pronounced that correctly. See, we got focus there. So this is increase your energy production. If you have no energy resources, we'll spend 3 money to draw a building card. Cool. And Mons Insurance. Oh, this one is cool. So all opponents, if you have this one, you start with 48 credits. You increase your money production by 4, and all opponents decrease their money production by 2. that's really cool. Then the effect is when a player causes another player to decrease production or lose resources, like asteroids and all that, you pay 3 credits to the victim. Oh, it's an insurance. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's really cool. So we have Filares, and these are the promos, by the way, on the top here. You start with 47 mega credit. Your first action is to place a greenery, and the effect is each new adjacency between your tiles and an opponent's tile give you a standard resource of your choice, regardless of who just placed the tile. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. And oh, white cards, okay. And then we have Lakefront Resorts, and this is the one I, Enoch Frixelius showed me in my previous sneak peek video, the prototype at least. So this is when any ocean is placed, you increase your money production by 1, and your bonus for placing adjacent to oceans is 3 instead of 2 mega credits. That's really good. Good starting cash as well. And Price Star, you start with 53, but you decrease your TR2 steps 1 VP per preservation resource here. During production phase, if you did not get TR this generation, or so far this generation, add 1 preservation resource here and gain 6 credits. And then those are worth points. That's pretty cool. And Septem Tribus, the action is gain 2 mega credits for each party where you have at least 1 delegate. Okay, so if you have this one, you want to spread out, sort of be in a lot of parties basically. And Terra Labs, oh, this is my new favorite, I think, in theory at least, because you only start with 40 credits, and you lower your tier 1 step, but then you buy cards for 1 each, which means you're going to buy all the cards that you can get, right? Because then you can always sell them for 1. So yeah, that's so cool. I like having a lot of cards in this game and just being able to, have them in my hand and then do things as I go. And this is, of course, really strong for that milestone, having 16, the planner, 16 cards in hand. So Utopia Invest, starting with some steel and titanium production, and the action is decrease any production to gain 4 resources of that kind. Oh, that's good. Especially at the end of the late game. You can just lower your production. Well, you can only do it once, of course, but anyway, once per generation. But yeah, cool, cool, cool. So this is, what is it? 8, right? Yeah, so 8 new solo playthroughs coming up during the, nearest month here. I'm going to have to spread them out a little bit, but the first one will come soon. And yeah, I think we're taking a look at everything here for Turmoil, a new expansion for Terraforming Mars. I mean, that is so exciting. I can't wait to play this. And, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, remember to press the like button down there and to subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. It's so good to just, get those likes. And, tell me in the comment section, are you excited for Turmoil? Thank you so much for watching. Have a great evening or morning or whenever you're watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Be like Draco. Follow Board Games with Niramas on Facebook at BGW Niramas.